$195 million. Are we talking about buying a private island? Well, not really. That's how much one of Andy Warhol's Marilyn Monroe portraits sold for at Christie's in 2022. No gold, no diamonds, no secret material, just paint, canvas, and an image we've all seen before. So why? What makes this artwork worth that much? It's not just about the name. It's part history, part brand, part psychology, and a bit of luck. Because the art world doesn't just sell paintings, it sells stories. And every $1 million artwork has its own secret recipe, a mix of influence, rarity, reputation, and hype. The ingredients that create value. So, how does it all come together? Let's break it down. Ingredient number 1, the art world ecosystem. Art doesn't find its value in isolation. It's built by networks. Behind every record sale, there's an entire ecosystem quietly shaping what the art world celebrates and what it forgets. At the base of this ecosystem are galleries. They discover artists, host their first shows, and most importantly, control who gets access to their work. In the art world, reputation is often a matter of who let you in the room. Then come the auction houses like Christie's or Sotheby's. They don't just sell art, they turn it into spectacle. Each record sale becomes a headline, and each headline builds the myth of value. A painting sold for millions today isn't just a transaction, it's a public performance of success. Above that are the collectors, the people who create demand. Some collect for love, others for investment, but either way, their attention determines which artists rise and which fade into obscurity. A collector's choice can turn a quiet studio into the next big market phenomenon. And finally, the critics and curators. They don't buy or sell, but they decide what matters. A museum exhibition, a good review, a spot in a biennale, all these are stamps of legitimacy that no auction house can buy. Together, these layers form a kind of pyramid, a structure where value moves upward, gaining weight with every new endorsement. Because in art, value isn't created, it's constructed. Ingredient number 2, rarity and narrative. The second ingredient is rarity, but not just in the obvious sense. Sure, a one-of-a-kind artwork will always feel special, but in the art world, rarity goes far beyond only one exists. It can mean a key moment in an artist's career, their breakthrough style, their final piece before fame, or even the one that defined their voice. A single canvas can mark the exact point where an artist changed direction, and that makes it priceless. But rarity alone isn't enough. Every expensive artwork also needs a story, the kind of story that people want to repeat at dinner parties. Stories of where it's been, who owned it, who loved it, who rejected it. That history, the provenance, becomes part of the work itself. An exhibition in a famous museum, a controversial review, a scandal, or even an accident can rewrite an artwork's destiny. Take Banksy's shredded painting. The moment it self-destructed right after being sold, the price didn't collapse. It doubled, because in art, even chaos has a price tag. Every $1 million artwork isn't just a piece of art, it's a chapter in a story that keeps growing, sale after sale. Ingredient number 3, speculation and hype. The third ingredient is speculation, and this is where art starts acting a lot like the stock market. Not every collector buys art to live with it. Some buy it to flip it. A painting bought today for $100,000 can be resold tomorrow for 10 times more if the market decides it's hot enough. Auction houses, art fairs, and social media all play their part. A viral post or a big fair in Basel can make a name explode overnight. Galleries, too, know how to use scarcity as a strategy. They'll limit access to an artist's work, or even withhold pieces from sale, just to build anticipation. Because in the art world, the harder it is to get something, the more people want it. The result is a market that doesn't always follow quality, it follows momentum. And as prices climb, speculation feeds on itself. Sometimes the market follows the art. And sometimes the market just follows the buzz. Ingredient number 4, reputation and legacy. In the art world, reputation works like gravity. The stronger it becomes, the more value it attracts. Every exhibition, every review, every collector adds another layer of credibility. The more an artist is shown, written about, or acquired, the higher their prices climb. Because visibility doesn't just build fame, it builds trust. And nothing boosts that trust like a museum. When a museum buys or exhibits an artist's work, it's not just an honor, it's a signal to the entire market. That validation turns artistic value into financial legitimacy. It says, this artist matters. From that moment on, their prices are no longer just about the art itself, they're about what it represents: legacy, cultural importance, and permanence. Because once an artist enters a museum, they also enter a new price bracket. Conclusion. So, what makes an artwork worth millions? It's not just one thing, it's a combination. A network that builds its reputation, a story that gives it meaning, the speculation that fuels its price, and the legacy that keeps it alive. Ecosystem, rarity, speculation, legacy. 4 ingredients that turn art into a global market, and sometimes into a spectacle. But here's the truth. An artwork's price isn't a reflection of its beauty. It's a mirror of our culture, our markets, and what we choose to value. And while the headlines focus on record sales and famous names, remember this. The world of art doesn't just belong to the few who make millions. It also belongs to the thousands of artists creating quietly, those whose names might never reach an auction catalog, but whose work still moves hearts, shapes ideas, and keeps the spirit of creation alive. Because the value of art doesn't start at Christie's. It starts in a studio, with someone brave enough to create. Hey, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still believes in the power of art.